Hello, everyone, and a welcome back to the English with VB podcast. I'm Ria.
And I'm Aarav. We are very happy to have you with us again. Today's conversation is going to be very interesting and helpful for every English learner.
Yes, Aarav. Today, we are going to talk about something very important, building confidence while speaking English.
That's right. Many learners know English grammar and vocabulary, but when they try to speak, they suddenly feel nervous.
Exactly. Their mind becomes blank and they forget the words they already know.
I think this happens because of pressure. People feel that they must speak perfect English.
But the truth is, nobody speaks perfectly all the time.
Absolutely. Even native speakers make mistakes.
So the first thing learners should understand is that making mistakes is normal.
Yes, mistakes are actually part of learning.
When you make mistakes, you learn something new.
And slowly your English becomes better.
I remember when I started learning English seriously. At first, I was very careful about grammar.
That sounds familiar.
I used to think about every word before speaking.
That must have slowed you down.
It did. Sometimes I stayed silent because I was afraid of saying something wrong.
Many learners feel the same way.
But later, I realized that communication is more important than perfection.
That's a powerful realization.
When I started focusing on communication, I became more relaxed.
And when you feel relaxed, speaking becomes easier.
Exactly.
Let's talk about some practical ways to build speaking confidence.
Good idea. The first step is simple. Speak every day.
Even if it is only for a few minutes.
Yes, consistency is more important than long study hours.
Many people think they need 1 or 2 hours daily,
But sometimes 10 minutes of focused speaking practice is enough.
especially if you do it every day.
Another helpful habit is thinking in English.
That's a great technique.
Instead of translating from your native language, try to think directly in English.
For example, if you see a cup of coffee, you can think, "This coffee smells great."
Or if you look outside the window, you can say, "The weather looks beautiful today."
These small thoughts train your brain.
And slowly, English becomes natural.
Another helpful method is describing your daily routine.
Yes, that's very useful.
For example, I woke up at 7 in the morning.
Then I made breakfast.
After that, I started my work.
This simple narration builds fluency.
And you don't need a partner to practice.
Exactly. You can practice alone anywhere.
Another powerful tool is listening.
Listening improves your language naturally.
When you listen to English conversations, you learn sentence patterns.
And you learn how people express ideas.
Podcasts are especially helpful for this.
Yes, because they focus on conversation.
And conversation is the heart of language.
Another tip is learning phrases instead of single words.
That's a very smart approach.
For example, instead of learning the word agree, learn the phrase I completely agree.
Or instead of just learning think, learn I think that.
These phrases help you start sentences quickly.
And they make your speech sound more natural.
Let's talk about another challenge learners face.
With vocabulary?
Yes, many people feel they don't know enough words.
But often they already know more words than they think.
The problem is not vocabulary. The problem is using vocabulary in sentences.
Exactly.
So, learners should practice making sentences with the words they know.
For example, if you learn the word improve, you can say, I want to improve my English.
Or, practice helps me improve.
Simple sentences like these build confidence.
Another helpful exercise is recording your voice.
That can feel strange at first.
Yes, but it is very effective.
When you listen to your recording, you notice your pronunciation.
And you also notice your progress.
Progress is very motivating.
It shows that your effort is working.
Let's imagine a learner who feels very shy.
What should they do?
They should start small.
Small steps create big change.
First, speak 1 sentence.
Then 2 sentences.
Then a short paragraph.
Slowly, conversations become easier.
Confidence grows step by step.
Another important thing is patience.
Language learning takes time,
Many people want quick results.
but real learning is gradual.
Think of it like building a muscle.
Yes, if you exercise regularly, your strength increases.
The same happens with language.
Practice strengthens your speaking ability.
And the more you practice, the easier it becomes.
Another mistake learners make is comparing themselves with others.
That can reduce confidence.
Everyone learns at a different speed.
Some people progress quickly,
Others need more time.
but both can succeed.
The important thing is consistency.
Even small daily practice creates big results.
Let's also mention something important.
Motivation.
Motivation helps us stay consistent.
One way to stay motivated is setting small goals,
For example, learning 5 new sentences every day.
or speaking for 10 minutes daily.
These goals are achievable.
And achieving them builds confidence.
Another way to stay motivated is recognizing progress.
Yes, even small improvements matter.
If you speak 1 sentence more than yesterday, that's progress.
If you understand a podcast better than last month, that's progress.
Recognizing progress keeps you inspired.
Let's also mention something important: enjoying the process.
That's true.
If learning feels like a burden, you will stop.
But if learning feels interesting, you will continue.
Watch English videos you enjoy.
Listen to podcasts that inspire you.
Read stories that make you curious.
Curiosity makes learning exciting.
And excitement leads to consistency.
Before we finish today's episode, let's share one message with our listeners.
Dear listeners, don't wait until your English is perfect.
Start speaking with the English you already know.
Every fluent speaker started as a beginner.
Practice every day.
Stay patient.
Believe in your progress.
And remember, confidence grows with action.
The more you speak, the more confident you become.
Thank you for listening to the English with VB podcast.
We hope this conversation helped you feel more confident about learning English.
Keep learning
Keep practicing.
and keep speaking English.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.
Take care.